Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do an oil pan gasket on the 1993 Nissan 240SX. There's a couple tools you're going to need: 14mm, a ratchet, 3/8 drive, 2 jack stands, and a jack. You will need a 10mm and a couple extensions, and probably some brake cleaner and a couple rags to clean the oil pan. I always clean the oil pan, make sure the dents are popped out before I put them back on. But there's a couple other things you need to check out too, and we'll get to that. So we'll get started. Okay, first you're going to want to jack the car up. Jack it up from right here and get it up in the air. Here's your jack stand. Make sure to do the same thing on the driver's side as well. Okay, what you're going to want to do next is remove the 14mm bolt holding the bracket to the actual motor mount.
I lay awake at night when an angel go for and fire with light hovered over my transfixed body, wanted to live since that night.
Okay, now what you're going to want to do, after you got both the bolts off on each side, one of the bolts per side, you're going to want to jack up from the transmission because it's the most sturdy spot. Some people feel comfortable using boards underneath there. Some people feel comfortable jacking it up from the oil pan and setting a jack stand underneath it. I'll just jack it up from the transmission, lifting the whole engine up.
Don't you think it's bizarre? You're in the Milky Way, floating around in the stars. It's like who, what, when, where, why am I? And all this time we've been just a speck in the sky. It's like a cosmic joke that can make.
Okay, as you can see, now there's plenty of room. You can get to all the bolts on the oil pan, drop the oil pan down, and then pull it out this direction. So we'll get started doing that. Now on this spot, you're going to need a 14mm wrench or ratchet because there's a bracket that holds, it's a little plate that goes from over the oil pan to the transmission itself. So you're going to want to make sure you have a 14 on hand.
If you have some today, then give some away, 'cause what you give.
Okay, so one of the things you're going to want to pay attention to are these oil pickup tubes. Some of the KA's timing tensioner sometimes falls apart and breaks, and the car will still run perfectly fine. When that happens, they'll go and they'll get clogged up in here, and a lot of it will just kind of sit in there and plug the oil pump up. That's why a lot of the KA motors end up knocking after a while. Another thing you're going to want to look for is any crud or crap at the bottom of the oil pan. If you do find some, just go ahead and take a couple shop towels or something, spray brake cleaner in here and clean it all up, because when you put this back on you want it to be clean. It just helps the motor last a lot longer. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it up the best I can, and then we'll install it back on. And as you can see, the motor is lifted up as high as it'll go, and I had to unbolt this before the oil pan would even come out. So just for future reference, that's probably the best way to do it.
Did you create yourself in a physical form? Did you breathe the breath of life into your lungs and make your heart beat since before you were one? Did you take 2 cells and make them 4, then turn 4 into 8 and make 8 million more? Did you realize one day that you were alive and forget that one day you would eventually die? Well, if you woke up this morning, then it's a good day, and if you woke up healthy, then it's a good day. If you woke up refreshed, then it's a good day. So get up, get out, get on your way.
I put it back together. The camera died, so I just threw it back together. It basically goes together the same way it came apart. Not that big of a deal, but as you can see, it runs. Not a single drop on the ground. I just put coolant in, so if you saw water, that's why. But the reason it's running like this is it has 8-year-old bad gas still in it, and the mass airflow sensor isn't working right. It's a faulty one that I got from some used place on eBay that I'm sending it back to them. They're already refunding me my money. So I'm gonna have another mass airflow sensor on, and it should run perfect, because it was running perfectly fine up until that mass airflow sensor quit working. So visit us on Facebook at More Drift Garage. Type it in the search, like our page, keep up with the up-to-date pictures and videos of the car. I also post from both YouTubes onto that one, so if you get on Facebook, you can catch up with what's latest on the car. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share, and stay awesome, guys.
If you woke up broke, it's still a good day. And if you woke up diseased, it's still a good day. And if you woke up exhausted, still a good day, because you woke